song I chose is A Little Girl by John Michael Montgomery. In the first verse, I interpret the song to mean the little girl was never shown love by her parents and never knew God's love. Her parents took her with them on the path to non-believing. Both of her parents had an addiction. Her father was addicted to alcohol and her mother to drugs. Both addictions progressively got worse. The little girl was often alone because her mother passed out and her father left to drink. While under the influence, both parents were abusive and violent towards each other and often to the little girl as well. One night, the violence went past abuse to murder. Her father killed his wife and then killed himself while the little girl watched behind the couch. The little girl was then taken to a new family that would love her and show her the love of God. The little girl was taken to Sunday school by her new family, where she saw Jesus on the cross. She explains that she doesn't know who he is, but knows he got off the cross. She says this because he was in her old house with her the night her parents died and held her and kept her safe while she was hiding. The themes of this song are important to me because I think they are very destructive to human life. No one should have to be the victim of any type of abuse, verbal, physical, or sexual. Verbal abuse is detrimental to emotional and mental health. Physical abuse also harms the person physically and mentally as well. Children in the age group of birth to 3 years had the highest rate of victimization. More than one-half of the victims were 7 years old or younger. More than one-half of the child victims were girls. Approximately one-half of all victims were white, 1/4 were African American, and 17.4% were Hispanic. More than 60% of victims suffered neglect. More than 15% of the victims suffered physical abuse. Less than 10% suffered sexual abuse, and less than 10% suffered from emotional maltreatment. More than 3/4 of the children who died due to child abuse and neglect were younger than 4 years old. An estimated 1,460 children died due to children abuse and neglect in 2005. The theme of drugs and alcoholism ties into abuse because while under the influence, you have no control over your behavior and judgment is impaired. So verbal, physical, and sexual abuse seem harmless to the abuser.